When you get old, never lend these 9 things. As we grow older, life teaches us invaluable lessons about what truly matters: our health, peace of mind, and relationships with loved ones. By the time we reach our golden years, we've gained wisdom through countless experiences. Yet, even with this knowledge, there are moments when kindness or obligation might lead us to lend things that can disrupt our peace or put us in uncomfortable situations. If you're over 65 and living in the United States, your priorities are likely shifting toward comfort, stability, and enjoying the time you've worked so hard to secure. Lending certain things might seem harmless at first, but it's essential to protect yourself. Here are 9 things you should never lend in your senior years and why it's better to say no gently but firmly. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. Money. Your nest egg deserves protection. When we reach our later years, the money we've worked so hard to save becomes more than just numbers in a bank account. It becomes our safety net, our independence, and the means to live with dignity. For seniors living on fixed incomes, whether from Social Security, pensions, or retirement savings, lending money can feel like handing over a piece of that security. It's not just about the dollars and cents. It's about the peace of mind that comes from knowing you'll have enough to meet your needs and weather life's unexpected challenges. Lending money, even to someone you care deeply about, often comes with risks. While you may trust the person asking for help, circumstances change. They may genuinely intend to repay you but find themselves unable to do so. This can lead to financial strain on your end and, worse, strain the relationship you share with them. Few things are more heartbreaking than seeing trust eroded by money matters, especially when it involves family or close friends. In addition, as we age, our ability to recover financially diminishes. Unlike younger individuals who might have decades to rebuild their savings, seniors don't have that luxury. One act of generosity can potentially jeopardize years of careful planning. Lending money can also invite a pattern where people see you as a resource rather than as someone who deserves care and consideration. Instead of lending money, there are ways to offer support without putting your financial stability at risk. If someone you care about is in need, consider helping them find other resources: financial advisors, government programs, or charitable organizations. You can also share your wisdom, offering advice on budgeting or managing finances, which can be far more valuable in the long term than a loan. By guiding rather than giving, you're helping them build resilience while ensuring your own well-being remains intact. It's important to remember that saying no doesn't mean you don't care. On the contrary, it means you value the life you've built and the peace you've worked so hard to achieve. Lending money might solve someone else's short-term problem, but it could create long-term challenges for you. Protecting your nest egg is not just practical. It's an act of self-love and responsibility toward the life you've earned. After all, you deserve to enjoy these years without the shadow of financial uncertainty hanging over you. 2. Your car, more than just transportation. For many seniors, a car is far more than a means to get from one place to another. It represents independence, freedom, and the ability to stay connected to the world. Whether it's driving to a medical appointment, visiting friends, or simply running errands, having control over your mobility is an essential part of maintaining your quality of life. But when someone asks to borrow your car, even for a short time, it's not just the vehicle you're lending. It's a piece of your autonomy and security. Lending your car can seem like a harmless favor, but the risks involved are significant, especially at this stage in life. An accident, even a minor one, could have far-reaching consequences. Damage to the car or increased insurance premiums are only the beginning. In some cases, as the owner of the vehicle, you could be held liable for damages caused by the borrower. This isn't just a financial risk. It's an emotional burden that can weigh heavily on your peace of mind. Beyond the legal and financial concerns, the inconvenience of being without your car, even temporarily, can disrupt your daily life. As we age, the ability to rely on our routines becomes increasingly important. Something as simple as having to reschedule a doctor's appointment or miss an outing with friends because your car isn't available can lead to unnecessary frustration or even isolation. Perhaps even more deeply, the act of lending your car can unintentionally send the message that your time and needs are less important than someone else's. It might start small, a quick errand or a day trip, but over time, it can evolve into repeated requests that leave you feeling taken for granted. This dynamic can create resentment, and what began as a gesture of kindness may lead to strained relationships. Instead of lending your car, consider alternative ways to help. If someone you care about is in need of transportation, you might suggest ride sharing services, public transit, or even offering to drive them yourself if it's convenient for you. These solutions allow you to maintain control over your vehicle while still showing your support. Protecting your car isn't about being unkind or selfish. It's about valuing the independence and freedom that come with it. You've spent a lifetime building a life where you can move about freely on your terms. Saying no to lending your car is a way to preserve that freedom, ensuring that your mobility and peace of mind remain intact. After all, at this stage of life, your ability to go where you want, when you want, is a gift worth safeguarding. 3. Your time. It's more precious than ever. Time is the most fleeting resource we have, and as the years pass, its value becomes even clearer. When you're in your golden years, time takes on a new meaning. It's not just about the hours on the clock. It's about how those hours are spent, who they're spent with, and what they bring to your life. After decades of giving your time to careers, raising families, and helping others, this chapter should be about cherishing every moment for yourself. Yet, lending your time too freely can rob you of the joy and peace you've worked so hard to achieve. It's easy to fall into the habit of saying yes to every request for your time. A neighbor might need help with errands, a friend may ask for companionship more often than you're comfortable with, or family members might assume you're always available for babysitting, caregiving, or other responsibilities. While each request might seem small, together they can quickly add up, leaving you overwhelmed and drained. When you give too much of your time away, you often end up sacrificing the very things that bring you fulfillment. Whether it's pursuing hobbies, spending quiet moments with loved ones, or simply enjoying well deserved rest. The challenge lies in the emotions tied to lending your time. Saying no can feel uncomfortable, especially when it's someone you care about. You may worry about disappointing others or appearing selfish, but the truth is, your time is yours to protect. After years of prioritizing others, it's not only okay, but essential to place your needs first. Your well being, your happiness, and your sense of purpose should take precedence. Every hour you give away is an hour you'll never get back. Time is no longer an endless horizon. It's a precious resource to be spent wisely. Lending it without careful thought can leave you feeling resentful or unfulfilled. That's why setting boundaries is not an act of selfishness. It's an act of self-respect. It's a way of ensuring that the time you have left is spent in ways that bring you joy, peace, and meaning. If someone asks for your time and it doesn't align with your priorities, it's okay to say no. You can still be kind and supportive without overextending yourself. For example, instead of committing to a weekly obligation, you might offer help occasionally when it truly suits you. Or you can direct them to other resources, encouraging them to find solutions that don't rely solely on you. This is your time to savor life on your own terms, whether that means traveling, cultivating hobbies, connecting with loved ones, or simply enjoying the quiet moments. It's your choice. Guarding your time allows you to embrace the freedom you've earned, ensuring that every day holds value and meaning. Letting go of the pressure to always lend your time frees you to focus on what truly matters, living the life you've built with intention and joy. 4. Your health, guard it fiercely. There comes a time in life when the most precious gift we can give ourselves is the protection of our health. After years of juggling responsibilities, weathering life's storms, and putting others' needs ahead of our own, the state of our physical and emotional well-being becomes a priority we can no longer afford to compromise. Yet, as seniors, many of us still find ourselves lending our health in ways that slowly chip away at our strength, whether it's pushing our limits for the sake of others or neglecting our own care to meet someone else's needs. It can happen in seemingly small ways. Perhaps you help a family member move heavy furniture despite your doctor's advice to avoid strain. Maybe you agree to babysit your grandkids for long hours, even though your body aches and yearns for rest. Or it might be as simple as skipping a meal or postponing a medical appointment because someone else's demands felt more urgent. These sacrifices, though often made with love, can have lasting consequences. As we age, the body becomes less forgiving. Recovery takes longer, and the repercussions of overexertion or neglect are more severe. The emotional toll is just as significant. Lending your health often means taking on stress or emotional burdens that you're no longer equipped to handle. Whether it's being the emotional anchor in a family crisis or absorbing the frustrations of others, these moments can weigh heavily on your mental well-being. Emotional strain, left unchecked, can manifest physically, affecting sleep, appetite, and even the heart. In trying to be everything for everyone else, you risk depleting the very reserves you need to care for yourself. This is not to say that you should stop caring for the people you love. Your nurturing spirit is part of what makes you who you are. But there's a balance to be found, a line that must be drawn to ensure that your own health is never sacrificed in the process. It's okay to say no when someone's request might harm your well-being. It's okay to step back and let others handle their challenges. And it's more than okay. It's necessary to prioritize your health above all else. By guarding your health fiercely, you're not just protecting your body or mind. You're safeguarding the ability to continue enjoying the moments that matter most. Whether it's a sunny afternoon in the garden, a family gathering where laughter fills the room, or a quiet morning with a cup of coffee and your favorite book, these moments are worth preserving. Your health is the foundation upon which all these joys are built. Remember, you've spent a lifetime giving to others, and now it's time to give back to yourself. Keep your doctor's appointments. Take that walk. Say no to the requests that push you too far. Rest when you need to. You deserve to live these years with the vitality and peace you've earned, free from the weight of unnecessary strain. Protecting your health isn't just an act of self-care. It's a declaration that your well-being matters because you matter. 5. Your peace of mind. Protect your emotional well-being. As the years pass and we step into a season of life where reflection and tranquility take center stage, one thing becomes undeniably clear. Peace of mind is priceless. It's not something that can be bought or borrowed. It's cultivated through the choices we make, the boundaries we set, and the relationships we nurture. Yet, even in our golden years, the world has a way of pulling at us, asking us to lend our emotional stability to situations and people that disrupt the serenity we've worked so hard to achieve. Peace of mind can be eroded in subtle ways. It might be agreeing to mediate a family disagreement that doesn't involve you, or allowing yourself to be drawn into the chaos of someone else's unresolved issues. It could be tolerating toxic behaviors out of a sense of obligation or guilt, or feeling the weight of problems that aren't yours to carry. These moments, while seemingly small, add up. They chip away at the quiet joy and contentment you deserve, replacing it with stress, frustration, or even sadness. Perhaps the hardest part is that these disruptions often come from people you care about deeply. A grandchild struggling to find their way, an adult child facing challenges, or a friend with a constant crisis can all unintentionally draw you into their storms. You may feel that by lending your peace, you're offering support, but the cost to your emotional well being can be far greater than you realize. Over time, the stress of being a constant pillar for others can leave you feeling drained and disconnected from the life you've built for yourself. The truth is, peace of mind is not a luxury, it's a necessity, especially as we age. It's the foundation for good health, fulfilling relationships, and the ability to savor life's simple pleasures. Without it, even the most beautiful moments can feel overshadowed by worry or conflict. That's why protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's essential. It's a way of honoring yourself and the life you've worked so hard to create. To safeguard your peace of mind, it's important to establish boundaries. Learn to recognize when a situation or relationship is pulling you into emotional turbulence. It's okay to step back, to say no, or to let others find their own solutions. You can still be supportive without sacrificing your inner calm. Sometimes the greatest gift you can give others is the example of a life lived with balance and self respect. Protecting your peace also means surrounding yourself with people and experiences that uplift you. Spend time with those who bring joy, not drama. Seek out activities that nourish your soul, whether it's gardening, painting, reading, or simply sitting in the quiet of your own thoughts. Embrace moments of solitude as opportunities to recharge and reconnect with yourself. Above all, remember that your peace is your own. It's not something to be lent or traded away, no matter how great the need may seem. You've earned this tranquility through years of perseverance and love, and it's your right to guard it fiercely. By protecting your emotional well being, you ensure that the years ahead are filled with the happiness, contentment, and harmony you truly deserve. 6. Your personal belongings. Sentimental value is irreplaceable. As we grow older, the items we own often take on deeper meaning. They're not just things, they're memories. The quilt stitched by a loved one, the watch gifted on a milestone anniversary, the photo albums documenting decades of joy and growth. These belongings are treasures that carry your history. Lending them out, even with the best intentions, can lead to heartbreak if they're damaged, lost, or never returned. The sentimental value of these items often outweighs their material worth. While someone else might see them as replaceable or functional, to you, they're priceless pieces of your life. Lending them risks not just the loss of the item, but also the memories tied to it. For example, a borrowed piece of jewelry might accidentally get misplaced, or an heirloom dish might be broken during a gathering. While the borrower may feel sorry, they may never fully grasp the depth of your loss. It's important to protect the things that matter most to you. If someone admires an item or asks to borrow it, consider offering a heartfelt explanation about why it's meaningful and why you'd prefer to keep it close. Most people will understand when you express how much something means to you. If they don't, remember that you're not obligated to explain further. Your belongings and the memories they carry are part of your legacy, and it's perfectly okay to say no. By keeping these cherished possessions safe, you're preserving a piece of yourself and ensuring that they remain a source of comfort and joy for years to come. Sharing the stories behind these items with loved ones can be a way to involve them in your history without risking their loss. After all, these treasures are meant to be a lasting part of your journey, not a temporary loan. 7. Your trust. A lifetime of wisdom should be respected. Trust is one of the most valuable things you can offer another person. It's built over time through shared experiences, respect, and honesty. By the time you've reached your senior years, you've likely developed a finely tuned sense of when someone is trustworthy and when they're not. Yet, Even with a lifetime of wisdom, it's still possible to find your trust misplaced, especially when emotions, family ties, or social pressures are involved. Lending your trust too freely can lead to disappointment or even harm. It might be a relative asking for access to your finances under the guise of helping you manage them, only to misuse the funds. Or it could be a friend pushing you into a decision that benefits them, but leaves you at a disadvantage. Even well meaning people can break your trust, whether through neglect, forgetfulness, or self interest. As you age, it becomes more critical than ever to safeguard your trust. This doesn't mean shutting yourself off from others, but rather being selective about who you allow into your most personal spaces, whether that's your finances, your health decisions, or your emotional vulnerabilities. Take time to observe actions rather than words, and don't hesitate to ask for help from professionals or loved ones you truly trust when making significant decisions. Protecting your trust also means listening to your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. You've spent a lifetime developing intuition, and now is the time to lean on it. Surround yourself with people who honor and respect your trust, and don't be afraid to step away from those who don't. By valuing your trust, you're valuing yourself and ensuring that the relationships and decisions in your life are built on a foundation of mutual respect and care. Your trust is a treasure that should only be shared with those who have earned it and those who understand its worth. 8. Your home, a sanctuary, not a solution. Your home is more than just four walls. It's your sanctuary, a place where you feel safe, comfortable, and truly yourself. After years of building a life within its walls, your home becomes a reflection of who you are. But as you grow older, lending your home to others, whether temporarily or as a long-term arrangement, can disrupt the peace and stability you've cultivated. It's not uncommon for family members or friends to ask for a place to stay during tough times, and while your heart may want to help, it's important to consider the potential consequences. Lending your home often means sacrificing your privacy, your routines, and even your financial stability. Unexpected expenses, such as increased utility bills or property wear and tear, can add stress to your life. Even more importantly, having someone else in your space can alter the sense of control and peace you rely on. The disruption to your daily life, no matter how well intentioned the arrangement, can lead to emotional exhaustion. It's okay to prioritize your needs and say no to requests that threaten your comfort and well being. If you feel compelled to help, consider other ways to offer support. For example, you might assist them in finding local resources, temporary housing options, or government programs. Remember, your home is your haven, and it should remain a source of peace and security for you above all else. 9. Your decisions. The power to choose is yours. One of the greatest freedoms we have in life is the ability to make our own decisions. As we age, it's essential to protect this freedom, even when others may attempt to influence or take over our choices. Whether it's about your finances, health, or daily activities, your decisions are a reflection of your values, experiences, and dreams. Lending this power to someone else can leave you feeling powerless and disconnected from your own life. It's not uncommon for loved ones to step in with the intention of helping, but sometimes their involvement can feel more like control. They may push you toward decisions that align with their preferences rather than your own. This could range from insisting on specific medical treatments to influencing how you spend your money or where you live. While their intentions might be good, the outcome can be a loss of autonomy, a feeling that your voice no longer matters. Retaining your decision-making power means staying informed, seeking advice when you need it, and standing firm in what feels right for you. Surround yourself with people who respect your wishes and are willing to support your choices, even if they don't always agree with them. If you're facing significant decisions, don't hesitate to consult with professionals such as lawyers, financial advisors, or healthcare advocates who can provide unbiased guidance. Your decisions are the essence of your individuality. By protecting them, you're not just asserting your independence, you're honoring the life you've lived and the wisdom you've gained. It's a reminder to yourself and others that your journey is still yours to navigate on your terms and in your own time. Closing thoughts. Embrace the freedom to protect what matters most. Life is a journey of learning, growing, and ultimately prioritizing what truly matters. In your golden years, you've earned the right to protect your time, your energy, and the treasures you've gathered along the way, whether those are material belongings, emotional well-being, or the relationships that sustain you. Saying no to lending certain things isn't an act of selfishness. It's an act of love for yourself and the life you've built. These years are meant to be a celebration of all you've accomplished, a time to enjoy the fruits of your labor and the wisdom you've gained. By setting boundaries and safeguarding what's important to you, you create space for the things that truly matter. Time with loved ones, moments of joy, and the ability to live with peace and intention. Remember, every decision you make to protect your peace, health, and resources is a decision to honor your worth. You've spent decades giving to others, building relationships, and nurturing lives. Now, it's your time to embrace the freedom to choose how you spend these precious years. Surround yourself with love, laughter, and the people who uplift you. Let go of guilt and trust that your boundaries are a reflection of your self-respect and the wisdom only time can bring. You deserve to live your golden years with dignity, joy, and serenity. By protecting what matters most, you ensure that the chapters ahead are written on your terms, filled with the richness of a life well lived. This is your time. Cherish it, guard it, and live it fully. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching. And here's to living life on your own terms.